Hello, welcome. So, I really enjoyed Slay the Princess. I thought the writing was phenomenal. I'm here to check out Scarlet Hollow, their other game. So there is a content warning. I have posted it in chat. It's pinned. We have body horror, realistic gore, death, dead, dying, and injured animals, vomiting, disturbing imagery and situations, stalking, guns, and cockroaches. Hell of a content warning. Let's see what we can do. So, we have a nice, long, bony finger. Alright, so, preferences. Music volume can come down a little bit. Visual intensity, windowed, wonderful. Interesting that there's self-voicing. Okay. Interesting. Let's start. My name is... Wait a minute. I live in the city of... not telling you. She, her pronouns, please. 2 traits. Am I powerful, mystical? Can I talk to animals? Am I street smart? Am I hot? Book smart? I have a keen eye, I'd say. Kind of mystical. Kind of powerful. Kind of really want to talk to animals. Yeah. So let's say I have a keen eye and I talk to animals. You jolt awake as the bus hits a particularly nasty bump. You feel you'd only just managed to start drifting off. Now here you are, awake again and still exhausted. For a moment you're hazy on the details of where exactly here is. Confusing, this bus with many others that came before it, as your mind continues to reassert its existence in the waking world. The past few days come back into focus. I love this, like, very 80s Taco Bell design. The long-lost cousin, the bad news, the 26 hours of bus rides with countless late-night stops and seedy depots that would have felt unsafe even in the middle of day. You wouldn't normally find yourself traveling like this, but your cousin bought the tickets. The funeral of Perlian Scarlet. Perlan? Unfamiliar with this name. Your cousin's mother and your aunt seemed like something you shouldn't ignore, even considering your own late mother's rocky relationship with this side of the family. Fortunately, the end of your long journey is in sight. You're almost in Scarlet Hollow. So anyway, I was saying... Oh no, he's still here. He's been sitting next to you for the past 5 hours, talking to you without pause. You're not even sure he stopped when you started to doze off. At first, you thought he was just being friendly, but that was several hours ago of this one-sided conversation. Don't be this person. I was up in Maryland looking for work, mostly messing around because I was a dumb teen. Me and my buddies were doing the usual prank stuff, you know, pushing joggers into the harbor, that sort of thing, ruin people's phones and lives, you know. Dude, what's wrong with you? Pushing joggers into the harbor? That's awful. What if they drown? That too. Heh, yeah, I was such a shithead back then. Still a bit of a shithead, but hey, nobody's nerfect. So this girl comes up to us, swinging her purse, yelling about how she was going to call the cops or whatever. It was hilarious. She actually hit my friend. He said it hurt a lot. Guess she was mad, not just playing. But she kept swinging. Soon enough, she lost her balance and fell into the harbor all on her own. We didn't even have to push her. We had a good laugh, fished her out. Her phone got soaked, so she couldn't call the cops on us. We wound up hanging out all day. Fucker. She kind of became my girlfriend after that. We've been off and on for a year. So it's pretty serious. What the fuck? Do not. Though about 5 months ago, she tried to break up with me, like, for real, and geez. You ever get so mad you just want to kill somebody? Seriously, what the fuck is wrong with you? Why are you telling me this? I have never felt that way about another person. I find it alarming that you have. What the hell is wrong with you? Hey, you're young. When somebody tries to break your heart one day, it changes a person. Makes them think things they never could have thought before. Honestly, I'd have killed that woman. Anyway, she's giving birth to our son right now. I'm trying to get up to Virginia to be there for it. What the fuck? I don't know if I'm, like, into that stuff, so I might wind up on the bus to New York or something instead. I always wanted to go there. You're a monster. Your girlfriend is giving birth right fucking now, and you're thinking about ditching her to go have fun in New York after she tried to break up with you and you threatened to kill her? You're a horrible person and I hope you rot. Oh, harsh words. Man, I never threatened to kill her. Okay, maybe over text. Just a little bit, but fatherhood is scary. Plus her mom's there, so it's not like she's alone. Her mom doesn't like me much, probably making things super stressful. She'll understand. She's chill. Anyway, where'd you say you were headed? Don't answer. You don't say a word. Last thing you need right now is for him to know where you're going to be staying for the next week. If you're not getting off at any stop, then you must be headed to Scarlet Hollow, right? Or the Holler, as they call it in these parts. That's the only other stop until this bus turns around. I ride it pretty often, so I'd know. Almost nobody ever goes up that way, though, actually. I had a couple of buddies who went up there for work in the mine. There's a coal mine up in the Holler, you see. There's always been a job listing or two on the boards around here. Never wanted to do that kind of thing myself. I like my lungs as the way they are, thanks, but my buddies get desperate enough to try it. I haven't heard from them in a while, now that I think about it. I should see if they're on Facebook, how they're doing there. Hope they didn't die. Fuck this guy. He looks back at his phone, once focused on something. Bruh. Oh, this is me. Lovely talking to you. Hope you don't get too bored without me around. Why did that change without me being able to... He looks back at his phone for once focused on something other than you. Okay. Alright. Here, have something for you. Strange will rifle through his bag before presenting you with a dripping bag of peanuts. They're boiled peanuts. I got them at a gas station a few buses back. Haven't noticed you eating much. So I figured you could use them more than me. Plus, they dripped all over my bag. I don't want to carry them anymore. Sometimes, picking up a dialogue option establishes new facts about who you are. Screw you. Screw your peanuts. Hey man, I'm just trying to be friendly. Look, there's still a good 45 minutes left in your journey, pal. Assuming nothing goes wrong, best to have them on hand. Young man sets the peanuts down in the empty seat next to him. The juice dribbles out through the bottom of the bag into the upholstery, instantly soaking it in peanut brine. And with that, I leave you. Safe travels, friend. Fuck you. And your fucking peanuts. Just like that, you're alone. The stranger's peanuts soaking into the seat across from you. Maybe you can finally get some sleep. Next stop, Scarlet Hollow. End of the line. Almost there. The bus finally comes to a stop, its brakes squealing as it deposits you in front of the Scarlet Hollow bus station. The sign reads bus station, but calling it that feels disingenuous. At best, it's a kiosk. Though for a small town like this, you're amazed there's so much road. let alone a bus that drives on it every week. The driver quickly shuts the doors behind you, starts the engine, kicking up the dust clouds as he pulls away, eager to leave you and this place behind. Hey, Bronwyn. You instantly recognize the young woman from public photos on her Facebook page. She's your cousin, Tabitha. Looks like she's annoyed to be here. Condolences. So sorry for your loss, Tabitha. Yeah, great. Thank you. Let's get back to the estate. I don't want to spend any more time down here than I have to. Your cousin turns and motions to an old BMW parked near the bus kiosk. You follow her, clambering into the dusty relic. It doesn't take much driving before the only signs of civilization are the car you're in and the road you're on. Tabitha maintains an icy silence as she's focused on the road. Dialogue labeled Explore can be taken without advancing the story. Usually taken. They can impact relationships, unlock additional story paths. Choose carefully. I can't believe we've never met before this. You have your mom to thank for that. Or, I guess or had, I guess. I wish I'd known about you. I don't know why my mom left or what kind of grudge she had against this side of the family. But I'm sorry. I wish I'd known you. Whatever. What's done is done. This is just weird. Who would say this? So, the funeral is on Sunday, right? Yep, like I told you. Have you worked out all the details yet? Taken care of. Don't need any help. Oop. You decide to sit in silence with your cousin as the car eases up the steep mountain road ahead. Damn. Shit's a little crumbly. And here it is, the Scarlet estate. Though it's seen better days, its crumbling elegance is not lost on you. Someone used to cramped apartments in gray city skies. Your mother told you about this place many times before she passed, always with an anger burning beneath her words. The faded majesty you once imagined doesn't quite compare with what's in front of you. A jarring blend of opulence and ruin. You stare at it perched on the crumbling cliffside. You can't help but feel like something that should have been left to rot long ago. You're hit with a blast of dusty air as you step across the threshold into the foyer. Everything in this room has been here for much longer than you've been alive, each object cemented in place with layers of dust and cobwebs. You hear the doors creak on their hinges and the aches and moans of ancient floorboards as the house itself sways in the wind. Whew. Welcome to our family's humble estate. Unfortunately, due to the current state of the house, only a few rooms will be safely accessible during your stay. I wouldn't go wandering anywhere else if you value your limbs. The floors have been known to give out. If you know what's good for you, stick to your room. The bathroom, kitchen, and the hallways, I guess. But only the hallways you need to use to get to those places. I'll show you around so you know where it's safe to walk. You can leave your bags here for the time being. I love it's beautiful and lie. It's beautiful. This place is falling apart. Oh, so you're the expert on how to take care of a mansion all of a sudden? It's not as easy as you'd think, okay? It takes a lot of time and resources. What you see now is still livable. Mind your own damn business. Let's get this tour over with. Follow me. You put your bags down and follow Tabitha through a long and dusty hallway. She delicately steps over the holes and tears in the floor. You do your best to trace her steps. Kitchen. On Wednesdays, a woman from town comes in and does the cleaning. Her name's Janie. I wouldn't recommend socializing with her. She'll talk your ear off. If you need any food, there's fixin' for peanut butter and jelly. Don't touch my mac and cheese or my ice cream. Those are off limits. Oh, and you can access the garden through here. It's pretty wild. I wouldn't if I were you. Some explore options prevent you from taking others. Choose carefully. Is there somewhere in town to buy food? Might want to eat something other than PB&J this week. Is there something somewhere we can get groceries? Well, aren't you fancy? Yeah, there's a general store. Also a diner. I usually order my food in bulk online, though. So I wouldn't be going with you. Sweet, thanks. Cool, good talk. So nice. Much bigger than what I'm used to in the city. Is that a kitchen island? It is. Thank you. What's next? What's next on the tour? Bathroom. Follow me. Great. It's been hours since I've gone. As the two of you leave the kitchen, you pass by a tuxedo cat on the countertop. What a good little baby. I love it. Little pets. Yo, I can talk to the cat. Don't try to pet Frou-Frou. If she wants to be pet, she'll let you know. Like all cats. Ne me parlez pas? Oh, are you fucking French? Sorry, I don't speak French. Of course. How typical American. I shall debase by myself by speaking your tongue, but only what I might insult you directly to your face, you uncultured swine. Ha ha, very funny. Her name sounds French. Stop wasting my time and let's finish the tour. You once again follow Tabitha through the long and dusty hallway. Maybe after a few nights it'll get easier to navigate these spaces, but for the time being, you're lucky not to have fallen through these floors. Guest bathroom, not much to show. It's a bathroom. I'll wait outside. Do what you must if you must. It's a wretched bathroom. Piles of junk sit untouched in the corners of the room, and mystery stains paint the floor. You gotta go, you gotta go. Scram, fellas! Jig is up! The bugs. Bugs skitter from the ball as you lift the seat. You gotta heckin' go. A toilet's a toilet. Sure, it could be cleaner, but your business needs doing. It's as good a place as any. You must rejoin your cousin out in the hall. There would be a thick layer of toilet paper. No. Next up, guest bedroom. Last stop on our tour. Follow me. You and Tabitha briefly return to the foyer before climbing the stairs and reaching the guest room. You should probably grab our things at this moment, but that's beside the point, and something they may not even mention. The room smells old. Dust, mildew, wood rot. It has it all. A week of sleeping in this place might give you permanent lung damage. This is where you'll be staying. Linnets are fresh. I had Jenny wash them last week. I had to endure a half-an-hour rant just to get her to do it, too, so you better be grateful. Closet's full of old family stuff, so you can't hang your clothes up, but you can use the dresser. It should be empty. This room's amazing. This is great. Way nicer than I'm used to. I can't say I'm surprised. Each and every piece of this furniture in this room is a genuine antique, handed down through family for generations. It's not an IKEA bedroom or whatever such nonsense you're used to in the city. Who used to sleep here? When? This house is 150 years old. Many people have slept here. That's like maybe 2 generations of people. Not that many. And now, you'll sleep here, carrying on the fine tradition of bedrooms being slept in. Alright, I guess I get settled. Follow me, I'll take you back to the foyer so you can collect your belongings. Yeah. Would have just been... Anyway. This concludes our tour. I'm afraid I must return to my duties, so you'll have to entertain yourself for the rest of the day. Don't expect to see much of me. Some dialogue options will open additional conversation paths. Some right, some the other line. Yeah. I don't know what happened when my mom left, but that has nothing to do with me. You asked me to come here, but you're acting pissed off that I actually came. Can't we just start fresh, now that it's just us? Look, I'm sorry. I've been testy since you got here, but you haven't exactly been easy. I'm under a lot of pressure right now. Just stay out of my hair, okay? I got work to do. What kind of work do you do? I run the coal mine, same as every Scarlet who came before me. Except for you and your mom, it requires a lot of time and concentration. So I'd appreciate it if you didn't keep me for long. Okay. Hashtag go boss. Good for you. Can I come watch? Can I come watch? What? No, mine's dangerous. I can't babysit you and do my job. Alright. Good for you. Sounds impressive and exciting. Good for you. I appreciate your enthusiasm, but I don't think of it as boring or exciting. In the same way, I don't think of cleaning a toilet or painting the wall as either of those things. It's a task. Not exactly big on tasks, but that's okay. That's a healthy mindset. Seems like a good way to look at the job. Instead of convincing yourself you have to be doing the thing you love most, it's okay to just have a job. More people need to think like that, for sure. Yeah, exactly. I'd rather be doing something else with my life, but I don't know, I had to take over the company, so I think about other stuff I could be doing. Damn. Alright. I won't keep you. We should hang out when you get back. We'll see. There's a lot of work that needs done this week. Your cousin leaves through the front door. Now it's just you and the sprawling, decrepit estate. Go straight to the Forbidden Wings. Settle into your room. Now that your cousin is gone, the aches and pains of your journey sink into your bones. You stumble back the stairs to your room, suitcase in tow, eager to unwind before you face the rest of your day. You stand at the entrance to your room. Put your spare clothes in the dresser. Oh, it comes with a baby! Yes. You drag your suitcase over to the dresser and open the bottom drawer. A possum lurks within. It's quiet, but angry. Afraid! Hi, friend. I know her. Afraid! What's your name, little guy? I'm Bronwyn. Dustin? And what are you doing in my drawers? Warm? Dark? Um, how could I not? You poor thing, you look cold in there. You gently lay your clothes on top of the creature, arranging them in a little nest. Dustin closes his mouth somewhat more at ease than before and looks up at you with his shiny black eyes. Human is kind to Dustin. Dustin will remember this. Damn. You close the drawer, satisfied with yourself for a job well done. We checked the closet. You can see why your cousin said you shouldn't put your clothes in the dresser. Or should put your clothes in the dresser instead of this closet. There must be decades of family history stacked up here. You do not pick up the creepy doll. You leave it be. Some things are best left untouched. You close the door of the closet behind you. We'll look out the window. You can only imagine how beautiful the garden must have been in its heyday. If you owned this place, you'd totally get out there with a shovel and some gardening gloves and whip it into shape. You'd go out, pull the weeds, chop the trees, carve the topiaries, and do whatever needed to do to return it to its former glory. And once it all done, you'd sit by the fountain, of which of course you would have gotten little goldfish in, and drink floral tea while enjoying the birdsong. Yeah, you'd definitely do that. Just not right now. Why not? The painting on the wall. This must be an older relative of yours. Judging by the dates on the inscription, you've never heard of her. You barely heard anything of your aunt and cousin until a week ago, but that's really not a surprise. One moment. Okay. Maybe you could ask Tabitha about this Mary Bell, Scarlet, next time you see her. That is, if she's actually in the mood for conversation. That's enough. It doesn't seem like there's much else for you to do here right now. May as well head to town. Now that you're settled in, there's not much left for you to do here other than head out and explore the town. You do just that. If you'd known you'd wind up having to walk all the way back to town, you probably would have asked Tabitha to leave you at the bus stop, especially with how unhappy it is she seemed to see you. But then you wouldn't have your stuff, you'd have to lug it around with you. Ah, if only you could wipe the slate clean between the two of you, or bury some kind of tension. Though maybe her mother's funeral isn't the best time for something like that. Then again, maybe it's the perfect time. It's really pretty out here. Ah, finally, you made it back to town. The holler, as that guy on the bus called it, has probably seen better days. It still has the feeling of an idyllic country town, but its sidewalks are cracked, and many of the storefronts are boarded up, their windows dusty with age. A chill breeze sweeps down the lane and you shudder, suddenly feeling as if you're peering into a grave. Doggo! Gretchen! Come back! Quit bothering strangers! Hello. Why, I do declare, who is this stranger? Sorry about that. Gretchen can be very slippery when she wants to be. She loves to get loose and cause havoc. Oh, it's nice to meet you, Gretchen. I'm Bronwyn. Oh my, I can't remember the last time I met a newcomer who was so wonderfully polite. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Bronwyn. That's funny. A funny way to introduce yourself. I'm Stella. It's not often I see a strange face up in the holler. Every now and then there's a new crop of coal folks, but you don't look dusty enough for that. Say, you aren't in town for that funeral, are ya? The Scarlet funeral? Yep. Just got in town today. Wow! I didn't think there'd be anybody else coming. Are you guys staying with Tabby? How's she holding up? Did you two used to date? You look like... I don't know. Upon mention of your cousin, Gretchen mutters under her breath. Ah, one of these days I'll get that Tabitha to pet me. Ah, I haven't seen Perlan since... Wait, I haven't seen her since Perlan passed. Or for a while before that, now that I think about it. I'm sorry, did you say Tabby? Did Tabitha ever go by something so bubbly? She did, back when I knew her better. It's been a while. Hope she's okay. I'm worried about her, too. She's always been a little rough around the edges. But I figured she'd probably be having a rough go of things. She and her mom were really close. To think she'd been up in that old mansion all by herself? It'll probably be good for her, now that you're staying with her. Even if she wouldn't think so herself. What? How long have you known her? Oh, quite a long time. The town's really small, so everybody else as far as back, like... So everybody's known everybody else for as far back as I can remember. Abby and I got a little close when we were both in the school production of A Midsummer Night's Dream. I was Puck. She was Mustard Seed. Aw. As you might have expected, she was a little bit more than prickly, but I managed to soften her up a bit in the end. Then she graduated, and that was that. Haven't seen that girl or her horrible little cat since I was middle-aged. What? Oh, it's Gretchen talking. Oh, haven't seen that girl or her horrible little cat since I was middle-aged. Oh, before it slips my mind, if you're staying up in that spooky old mansion, you must have met the Frau. How does the monster fare? Sounds like you and Frau have had a history. Wait, what? Are you messing with me? You can't actually talk to my dog, right? Alas, you have discovered my dark and terrible secret. I can talk to animals. Animals can talk to me. Your dog sounds like a Southern belle when she talks. Yeah, of course you're joking. Of course. That's so silly. You and Stella made silent, awkward eye contact. Well, next time you see that devil, please send him my regards. I do let her know that not only I still draw breath, but I very much still plan to outlive her. Oh, if you're going to town, you must be starving. I was just on my way to the diner for some coffee. They've got amazing biscuits. My treat. Yeah. Date. This is a fairly accurate diner. Yeah. Pretty much everything about this. The pleasant aroma of greasy breakfast food hangs heavy in the air, in contrast with the empty, lifeless atmosphere of the family estate. The diner is filled with the comforting din of human life, all of which grinds to a sudden halt as the patrons realize that a stranger has entered the establishment. This seems weird and presumptuous, but everybody's looking. I would do one of these two. But we're following someone, like we're with somebody, so like... You slide into the nearest booth, pretending you didn't notice everybody in the diner gawking at you like they'd seen Bigfoot. No need to be so shy. They don't meet many strangers. It's kind of a big deal when someone new wanders into town. Especially since, well, they probably all know what you're here for, and by extension, who you're related to. Wink. Even if you don't know anybody, it's not easy keeping secrets in a town this size. As you settle into the booth, you can't help but pick up some of the murmurs of the conversation around you. Gotta listen in. Stella turns to Gretchen while you look around the diner. At the counter, two policemen and a woman you assume to be the owner shoot sidelong glances in your direction while whispering to each other. That must be Vivian's kid. I never thought we'd actually get to meet her. She looks so much like her. Oh yes, those eyes, unmistakable. That haunted look. I've always thought it'd go away when she got out of this town, but I guess unhappiness was baked into her DNA. Mm-hmm. A young mother and her syrup-stained child sit at the table across from you. Mommy, who's that? Don't stare, Tulip. That must be Miss Tabitha's cousin. Oh, so that's why she looks so sad. I would look sad, too, to have Miss Tabitha as a cousin. Do you think Tabitha's cousin is mean, too? I don't know. I'll find out the next time we go visit Miss Tabitha. Are you going to finish your pancakes? They're almost cold, Sweet Pea. We've got to get home to Daddy. In the far back corner, a man sits alone at a small table, sipping coffee, reading a paper. Why are strangers who wander the town never gorgeous blonde ladies of an appropriate age? Why is it always coal boys, punks, and whippersnappers? Lastly, a group of coal miners sit hunched around the corner booth, readily scarfing down heaping plates of food. So what do you think? Another young'un looking for mine work? No way! Clearly they don't have the stomach for it. It's gotta be Bosk's cousin. They're here for funeral week, if I'm remembering right. Old Miss Perlan. May she rot in peace. Let the little lady rest. One shouldn't speak ill of the dead, no matter how foul they were, especially before they've been so much as laid to rest. If you'd been around in her heyday, you'd be speaking ill too, Tommy. He's right. Nastiest woman we ever met. That Tabitha's a blessing compared to her. Curse the whole lot of 'em. May every Scarlet burn in hell. Well, that's enough of that. Hey, Stella. I went ahead and fixed you up coffee. They gracefully place a cup of specially brewed coffee, in front of Stella. Aw, shucks. Thanks, Avery. And here's some bacon for the little lady. For me? For me? Ah, I do declare. Gretchen sniffs the bacon and digs in. You can hit the H button on your keyboard to hide the text anytime. Precious. This is a man. I looked at that very quickly and wrong. That's okay. Or non-binary, maybe. I shouldn't. Meh, whatever. Anyway, anything for you? Biscuit and coffee? I heard they were really good. Best in the country. Avery pours you fragrant brew into an empty mug in front of you. They linger after pouring the coffee, turning to you nervously. Oh, and I'm sorry for your loss. Before you have the chance to respond, they're gone. Glad you took my advice with the biscuit. You won't regret it. Anyway, the funeral's not till Sunday, right? Gives you quite a bit of time to slum around town. I'm trying to think if there were any cool events going on this week. There's always reading adventure at the library, which is supposed to be for little kids, but I do it every month anyway. Pretty sure Avery's throwing a party Saturday night. That's a fun thing to look forward to. There's the weekly Sunday potluck. That should be right after the funeral, too, so it'll be a special occasion. Cool. Sounds neat. Maybe I'll check up some of these things. Anyway, those are all the big events I can think of. As for the day-to-day, any idea how you want to kill time for the rest of the week? Do you have something in mind? Something's telling me this is a loaded question and you've got something in mind. Am I being that obvious? Yeah, this is a date. My job means I spend a lot of time in the woods with a camera. It's always better when there's someone else there to... Before Stella can finish, Avery returns, biscuit in tow. Is there nothing else coming from me? Gosh, if I had known that plate of bacon would be my main course, I'd have waited before digging in. Here's your biscuit. Winnie says it's on the house. She sends her condolences. Thanks, it looks great, Avery. You pick up the biscuit. It's delicate and fluffy, nearly crumbles at your touch. Buttery warmth emanates from its surface. You take a bite and it melts in your mouth as if it was nothing but butter suspended in a thin matrix of dough. Perfect. Yes, truly the perfect biscuit. Well, this is a really good biscuit. Wow. I'm so glad you like it. Avery lingers at the table for a moment. So, has Stella mentioned she's famous? Oh, Avery, I'm not famous. Look, if you're not going to go around tooting your own horn, you know I'm going to do it for you. Stella sighs. I'm a YouTuber. You and everybody else, lady. What kind of videos do you do? She hunts cryptids. You should really check out her channel, Bronwyn. It's amazing. Let it go. You choose to ignore Avery mentioning your name before you'd been introduced. It's a small town. Word gets around. I think the best video to start with would be the river one. Not the lake, you know. The controversial one. Oh yeah. The Catawba River Runner. I didn't expect much out of that footage at the time, but it wound up being my most popular video by far. So the River Runner is a cryptid that's known only for a single sighting. 2 Boy Scouts thought they saw something big and weird on Catawba River, and that's all I had to go on. But then they wound up catching this on camera. Stella pulls out her phone and shows you a clip of something in the river. Despite the shaky camera footage, you can clearly make out the shape of the creature's head relative to its body proportions. You're pretty sure it's a cat, and a big one. Some folks said it was a beaver, but if that was the case, it'd be at least twice the size of any beaver I'd seen. Also, I had people saying it was a dog, or even a capybara that must escape from a local wildlife sanctuary. It was the mountain lion. I could smell its stink from miles away. I'm still not sure what it was. I'm the one who saw it with my own 2 eyes. I like that talk to animals and keen eye got me there. It's a mountain lion. Because you decided to take Gretchen's word for it. I think that's a mountain lion. You can kind of make out the cat ears. No. No way! It's obviously not a mountain lion. There are no mountain lions this far east. I did a whole video on the Appalachian mountain lion myth and found Jack squat. There's no reason one would be swimming around a river like this. They're not a fan of water. And it's too short to be a mountain lion. No way. Personally, I'm a fan of the capybara theory. It's not like any of the local sanctuaries were missing one, but there's always people keeping exotic pets as animals. Kind of sewer gator type situation, you know? Exactly. Some exotic pet owner set it free. Now it'll forever roam the Catawba, confusing Boy Scouts and YouTube commenters for years to come. So speaking of things I do around town, I was planning on filming this week's video tonight. Wondering if you maybe want to tag along. It's a pretty easy one this week. We wouldn't have to camp anywhere. I'm gonna go after the... No spoilers. Oops. Sorry, Avery. It's okay. I should get back to it instead of standing around chatting with friends. See y'all around. Now that the coast is clear, I'm going after the skunk ape. Ew, stinky. Isn't that just worse Bigfoot? Heck yeah. Skunk ape is hilarious. I saw a docu special on it. Stinky Bigfoot. Right? It should be a pretty funny video. It's hard to be serious when you're talking to someone about something that's famous for smelling bad. Most skunk ape sightings are from Florida, but I've been doing my research for the last week's video. Came across a report where the lady from a town over claimed to have seen one on her deck, playing tug-of-war with her dog. Leave no stone unturned. It's worth investigating. What do you say? Want to tag along? Hold the camera for me while I narrate against the darkening sky? That sort of thing? I do actually have something else going on, depending. But absolutely. Love to come along. Everyone's gaining the southern accent. That's great. Been there a while. Guess anyone besides Gretchen out there with me. It's been a while since I've had anyone out there besides Gretchen with me. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I actually started the channel with a couple of buddies back in middle school. It's been like a blast from the past. This is giving me such nostalgia for wanting to get that new video cam, get back on my trails. Me, Kanika, Aris, running around the woods, flipping over rocks, bothering salamanders. Our videos were terrible, but we had a lot of fun, and that's what mattered. Damn same. You know, gets me thinking. I wonder if they'd be down to come along with us. Get the old gang back together. Though I guess Kanika has to close out the general store tonight, so she's a no-go. But Reese, there might be a decent chance to get him to come out of his hidey hole, if he's up for it. Mind if I make a quick call? Stella pulls out her phone and dials it, waiting while it rings. Reese! Dude, what's up? Feel like it's been forever. Oh man, sorry to hear that. Do you want me to come by, or...? Okay, if you're really sure, but if you change your mind. Oh, I was just calling to ask if you wanted to come out to the woods tonight. I met somebody cool in town today. She's Tabitha's cousin. I know, just here for the week. Anyway, we're going out to look for the skunk ape. We could take the easier trails if that would help. Dang, man, that sounds awful. Hope you take it easy tonight. I'll swing by sometime this week. We can have a more low-key hangout. How's that? Yeah, I'll bring her. Talk to you soon. Bye, bud. Reese, there's always been something off about that boy. I never did like the smell of him. Looks like it's just you and me, pal. Did he ask you to bring me to his house? Why? He's excited to meet you, of course. I think you'll find most of town folk are. Is he okay? He's not feeling well, that's all. He had a lot going on in the past 10 years or so, but feel like it's gotten a lot worse lately. Can't remember the last time I saw him leave his house. Well, it's not my place to talk about, really. Got a little excited talking about having him along again. He's hilarious. You'd love him. Is he an agoraphobe? We should swing by his place sometime this week. Yeah. Haven't I met enough people? That'd be nice. I'd love to meet your friends. Awesome. I'll make it happen. He's definitely the trickier one to meet. Kanika's much easier to track down since she's at the general store basically every day. But friendship can wait. We've got a skunk ape to hunt. So, we should probably head out if we want to make it up to the mountain before it's too dark. Come on, let's blow this popsicle stand. But I came here for groceries. You pause before getting out. Maybe it's time to make a good first impression. Maybe tip. You reach into your pocket and pull up a single crumpled dollar bill and quarter. As long as you don't get sick of peanut butter and jelly, your meals will be free for a while you're here. Share the wealth while you're got it. Think to yourself. You leave the money on the table and follow Stella out the diner. It hadn't been very cold when you first arrived in town, but the sun dips closer and closer to the horizon. A chill descends upon the hollow. You see your situation with renewed clarity. In valleys and hollows like this, the temperature gets really weird. It's really up and down. So this actually tracks. You're in a new place, far from civilization and the people you know, following someone you just met into a dark forest in search of monsters. You feel strangely calm. The setting sun paints beautiful colors in the sky. Fresh air fills your lungs. Pleasant songs of crickets trill around as the night descends. This is where you're supposed to be, with Stella by your side, a sweet smile on her face, and Gretchen plodding along in front without a care in the world. Gotta love this brisk fall weather. This past summer was the hottest on record, since last year at least. You gotta know how it is these days. Each summer is the hottest yet, until next summer. Always finds a way to be so much worse. We changed temperate zones. As a farm person, they re-released the temperature zones. And actual farming things are changing for my area. So that's so fucking weird. And I really hate that there are still people who think it's all a lie or scam or something. I don't know. But I think it's neat. I think the science of farming and whatnot is super neat. And I'm looking forward to doing better with it next year. It's just nice to feel the chill in the air, see the leaves change. Normalcy's restored, if only for a moment. Sorry if that was a bit of a bummer. We should talk about something more fun, like skunk apes. Do you ever hunt other things that aren't cryptids, like ghosts and whatnot? Demons, werewolves, that sort of thing? Oh yeah, for sure. I used to go all sorts of spooky stuff. Never had much luck though, especially when it came to ghosts. Back when I first started doing solo videos, I'd go to all sorts of abandoned buildings, hoping I'd stumble on some sort of activity. Nothing ever happened. It was just me and my old camera, in an old house, getting worked up over a gust of wind or a creaky floorboard. When all said and done, I would have been a lot luckier with cryptids. I want to believe in ghosts so bad, but I can't rule out the possibility there are true hauntings out there. But if there are, I haven't seen any myself. Werewolves, I kind of lump them in with cryptids. I'd be shocked if there were actually people out there who could turn into animals. But werewolf lore lines up pretty well with the great beast genre of cryptid. As for demons, I don't know. I wouldn't want to consider the possibility that they exist, Because if there really are out there, geez. A lot of folklore. Lots of folks are doomed to an eternity of flames. So let's hope that's all just bunk. Am I right? What about aliens? Don't even get me started. Should have seen those UFO videos the government declassified. Aliens are definitely real. They have absolutely visited Earth. Like, I believe in aliens way more than I believe in cryptids. I adore my darling Stella, but she gets the strangest ideas in her head these days. Ever since her parents went away, she's been more foolhardy with all this critter nonsense. You don't see me hunting aliens out here because we know they're real. That's what the government wants you to think. Heck yes. Aliens are real. Nice. I knew we had a connection. I know somebody who heard a story from this trucker in Fayetteville. His truck's stopped in the middle of the road, just shut down completely, even though he had a full tank of gas. Yeah, it's called stalling. And suddenly, it looked like day outside. You could see the cows out in the fields, birds in the sky. Then, this metallic egg-like thing appeared floating in front of his truck. He passed out, but when he woke up, he was missing one of his pinkies. Like it had never been there. Just smooth skin where a pinky should be. I know it's a second-hand source, but there's plenty more like it. And if they are true... Could have been the government. Not like they don't have a history of conducting weird experiments on people. Sure, the government does messed up stuff on the daily, but the way I see it, I have about as much control over what they do as I do over extraterrestrial beings. Yep, get out there, vote. It's pretty much all you can do. So, if I have no control over these things, I might as well choose to think it's been aliens all this time and let a little joy into my heart, you know? Besides, it's not like it matters which of us is right, or if either of us is right at all. I'll die one day, and so will you, and eventually there'll be no one left who remembers us or what we did in our lifetimes. Damn, you've disarmed me with your nihilism. And now I feel like an empty pit in my soul at the thought of the vastness of time. Oh, don't worry. There's still some comfort in the inherent meaninglessness of our actions. What's the weirdest thing you've seen out here, other than cryptid-related stuff? Oh gosh, that's a good one. Let me think. Well, there's always deer. I saw stealing a baby birds out of the nest and eating them. That's pretty messed up. They do this. This is wild, but they do this. I think most people know about that these days. I've seen a ton of videos of other deer doing it, so I'm not sure if it counts as weird anymore. Oh, Tetanus Lake. That's definitely the weirdest. It's 5 foot deep, 30 foot wide, pile of old cans and bottles and assorted garbage with grass and trees growing on it, so you could barely tell it was there till you stepped on it. It was practically solid ground with how much had been compressed, but you could still fall through if you weren't careful, hence the name. Better be up on your shots if you want to mess around in there. It's all stuff from the 50s too, which is super neat. I salvaged a few bottles that I keep on my dresser as a little souvenir. Alright, cool. Let's go. Did you hear that? Oh, calm down, Gretchen, you old mutt. Oh, Duke, you rascal. Oh, Duke, you rascal. Same to you, Stella. You're always jumping at nothing, girl. Sorry for getting spooked, Duke. I thought you were... some creature of darkness. Nah, girly. Just good old Duke. Now what the hell are you looking for out this way? Skunk ape? Sorry, I asked. And who's this you've suckered into coming with you? Wait a tick, you aren't. Is that... Yep. I see, welcome to the holler. My condolences, I'll keep you in my prayers. Now both of y'all, head on back to town, you hear? It's best you steer clear of this area tonight. I'm out dealing with my own critter. Wouldn't be too appreciative if I found a couple of fools with a camera scare away the most sensitive of wildlife. What are you hunting tonight? Something tall, hairy. Something musky? You see anything like that recently? Wouldn't you like to know? You can never stay in your business, Stella Richmond. Put that damn camera down. Oh, come on, Duke. Maybe I could help out. I'm pretty good at tracking. You know, I learned from the best. You did, but I've yet to see a shred of proof that you listen to any of it. The way you tromp around in the woods at night yelling about chunkabungas or what have you. Something's been getting at my chickens. I lost 3 this week. I can't afford to lose any more than that. I'm so sorry to hear that. But, wonder if the skunk ape has a taste for chicken. Now see, this is why I don't come tell you about these things. It ain't no skunk ape, whatever the hell it is. I know exactly what this is, but I know you won't believe me if I tell you. Oh, Duke, you don't think it's... I do, actually. It's those damn mountain lions. They're out there, Stella. I don't care what your little investigation turned up. You haven't been out in these woods as long as I have. Those sons of bitches are sneaky. Of course you wouldn't find one in one night of tracking. And I know for a fact what's been getting at my chickens. Couldn't be anything else. I'm telling you, man, the mountain lions have been extinct in these parts. There hasn't been a sighting since the 90s. And even those were iffy. Oh, it's true. There are mountain lions out here. Sure as sin. They pee on all the best trees. Can't believe you're out there on your YouTuber saying some river monster spotted a couple school-age scouts. Has been 100% confirmed, yet the Appalachian Cougars are some kind of far-fetched fantasy made up by geezers like me. You make me look like a fool. I read those comments people were posting on your video, calling me all kinds of names just for seeing things with my own eyes that I know to be true. Sorry, Duke. I didn't mean to sick anybody on you. They just don't think it's plausible. You'll eat those words when I come carrying a mountain lion corpse out of the woods at dawn. And if you two don't want a face full of buckshot, I suggest you run home and stay out of the woods tonight. Natural parts of the ecosystem, all that jazz. Yeah. If you find a mountain lion, don't kill it. If there are any in the Appalachians, they'd be highly endangered. Killing one might actually be a crime. At the very least, it'd be a crime against nature. A crime? What about the crimes they committed against me and my chickens? Ain't murder one of the worst crimes you can commit? I'm just serving justice where it's due. Eye for an eye, life for life, leaves everyone blind and limbless. That mountain lion killed to live. You're killing for revenge. One is much worse than the other, if you ask me. Why can't you let it be and get a bigger fence for your chickens? I've already practically walled them in. Damn cougars chewed the fence apart. They're killing machines. I gotta stop them before they take any of my precious little ladies. My chickens are like a family to me. I was there to see them hatch. I can't stand to see them taken before their time, where I kill them and eat them. But you know, that's different. I gotta film tonight. The video needs to be out by tomorrow evening so I can keep on schedule. If I miss an update, I might lose my new sponsor. Who knows what that'll mean for my career. You ain't the only one on a schedule. You may as well, but my boy Bo and me are headed down to the state fair to show off Big Betty. We'll be gone a whole week, so our chicken coop may as well have a big old sign saying all you can eat on it. Fine, I see you won't be moved, and I can respect that. Come on, Bronwyn, let's go back to town. Maybe my viewers won't be too angry with me. About time. Have a nice night, y'all. As you and Stella return to the trail, she carefully looks back at the way you came. Okay, now that the coast is clear, there's no way we're letting Duke edge us out that easy. Come on, I know a trail that let us get around him. Oh no, we aren't actually heading back to town. This seems like the correct answer here. Like, not with Duke and his shotgun out there. I like my head intact, not blown to pieces, thank you very much. While I understand your fears, Brownman, this is an opportunity. Once in a lifetime adventure, seize it while you can. That's how I broke my collarbone. Anyway, not from a gun, but from doing stupid things when I know better. You don't have to worry about that old Duke. He's been out tracking. I've been out tracking with him before. The man sounds like a truck crashing through the trees when he walks. Even if we do cross paths, we'll hear him long before he catches wind of us. There's no shaking you, is there? You'll follow me until I relent and go monster hunting with you. I promise it'll be fun and safe. Trails up this way, let's go. Alright. This looks like a good shot. Mind holding the camera? She hands you the camera and takes position. As night falls, my new assistant, the mysterious Bronwyn, and I find ourselves on another high hill in Blue Ridge Mountains, where we begin our hunt for the elusive, pungent skunk ape. Though mostly encountered in Florida, the possible relative of Bigfoot has been spotted all the way along the southern edge of the United States, including right here in this very county. So here's hoping we get a glimpse tonight. We'll check back once we're on the trail. Till then, stay searching, sellers. And keep digging, Gretches. I can take that camera off your hands now. I'll be able to start tracking scenes once the sun sets all the way. In the meantime, we're going to take in all this gorgeous scenery. I like this one as the answer. Yeah, all this gorgeous scenery looks directly at the girl. Your gazes meet and the two of you enjoy a brief moment of comfortable silence. Only for it to be pierced by a loud, percussive snort. Death has come for me at last. Goodbye, cruel world. No need to come to terms with your own mortality just yet. That's just the sound deer make when they want to warn the rest of their herd about big scary predators like us. Let's check it out. As you and Stella hear the footfalls of animals retreating into the woods, she reaches for her flashlight. Oh shit. A single deer remains behind, staring down the beam of light while Gretchen whines and pulls at her harness. Pain. Rot. Decay. A deer! Let me at him! How dare he infringe upon my dear Stella's personal space? Let me at him! And then it's gone. Jeez, Gretchen, calm down. You're gonna hurt yourself. Oh my, Seems like consumed by a blinding rage. How very unladylike. What must you think of me? She cannot handle deer. When she gets like this, I usually have to pick her up and hold her. She has a bad habit of slipping her harness when she wants something. You're too much of a potato. You don't take... They don't make harnesses to fit potatoes, do they? What a fucking cutie. There was something wrong with that deer. Did you see its face? Now that you mention it, something was a little bit off. I bet it had an abscess. Maybe a tumor? It's not like wild animals can get those taken care of, so they just get bigger and bigger. Poor thing. Not much we can do about it. Well, that got my heart rate up. Ready for this hunt? Same for me. How about we take a quick snack break to fuel up, though? Then we can get right into this night's activities. I got all the best trail snacks. That's a good spoonerism. Yo, we got apricot trail mix with extra M&Ms. These appear to be how fucking cute. As you settle down, Stella busts open a bag of assorted snacks. There's a snack bar, dried apricots, sesame sticks. I'm a fucking sucker for sesame sticks. I wish I could have them. But diabetes. It's kind of rough. The one snack I didn't make myself. I was hoping to wow you with my cooking skills, but I guess I'll have to wait some other time. Nevertheless, a delightfully tasty choice. The chips of a hiking trail. Some would say the chips are the chips of the hiking trail, but only a fool would bring such a delicate, space-consuming snack in their pack, when that would fit another bottle of water and more snacks. True. You and Stella settle down on an overlook, snacks in hand, as the quiet sounds of the evening wildlife wash over you. Gretchen gnaws at a stick, distracted for the time being. It's a good stick. So tell me, what's it like living in not telling you? Do you have a house? Apartment? Live with your family? Roommates? Pets? How did you know I live there? Tell me what it's like to be brown. I'd rather not say. Sorry to pry. Mind if I ask you what you do for work? Ask why. So what do you do for a living? Programmatic ads for company names. Sell arts. I'm a streamer. No way, a fellow content creator. That's awesome. I knew we had a lot in common. What sort of streams do you do? I play video games. But I do outside stuff too. That's cool. I'll have to check your channel out sometime this week. Toot toot toot. Just a little hashtag ad. Be sure to like, follow, subscribe. Check out my Twitch if you're watching on YouTube. Check out my YouTube if you're watching on Twitch. How do you like it? I don't know, I used to like it, but wouldn't trade it for the world. Most people I meet tend to raise their eyebrows when I tell them what I do, but I love it. It might not be much, but it makes me feel like I'm taking control of my own destiny. And there aren't a lot of other work-from-home jobs right now. Believe me, I can relate. I don't think I'd give up what I do for anything. For a moment, you think you catch something in the tree line, out from the corner of your eye, but before you can see anything, it's gone. I think I saw something out there. Might be the skunk ape. Do your best to pretend it isn't watching us. We don't want to scare it off. What about you? What's your living situation? Gretchen and I live in a little house just on the outside of town. It's actually the house I grew up in, so it's got a lot of pleasant memories attached to it. That's unusual. And I'm glad I could keep it in the family. My great-great-grandfather built that house. Must have done a great job, because it's still as sturdy as it's ever been. Keeping the house in the family? Is it just you there? Yeah, just me and Gretchen. My parents died a few years back. But it's okay. I've done my mourning. Life goes on. And we still get to live in our beautiful family home, just me and Gretchen. Could be a lot worse. I can relate. Geez, what's with you in this Dead Moms Club? Need to... Yeah, I can relate. My mom died pretty recently. I get it. It's alright if you need someone to talk about these things. Oh, thanks, Bronwyn. That's really sweet of you. How are you holding up? Hanging in there. It was a long time coming, so it wasn't a surprise. Come to terms with it by the time it actually happened. And it's not all bad. She doesn't have to be in pain anymore. That's a relief. The hospital bills are another story, though. Yeah, can't even imagine how bad that must be. Just salt in the wound at this point. Oh. My stars, what was that? Stella immediately packs her bag, slings it over her shoulder. Everything else just went quiet. You're right. Whatever made that sound is close. Here, hold Gretchen's leash for me while I check this out. She's gonna slip it. She's a potato. We talked about this. You and Stella inch towards the tree line as she shines her flashlight into the woods. Do stay close, Bronwyn. I wouldn't want any harm to befall you. As you approach, a series of weak clucks call out from a nearby bush. Pain. All pain. Maybe Duke's birds weren't eaten after all. What the hell was that? Hold on, I gotta play that back. Holy shit. Guessing must be 2-3 feet tall? Doesn't look hairy either. You can rule out the skunk ape. Whatever it is, it's gotta be one of Duke's chickens. Looks like it's heading north. Let's go after it. Right behind you. You follow Stella as she sprints into the unknown, Gretchen excitingly pulling you along by her leash. Shit. Stella, my darling companion, are you alright? Oof. You okay? Yeah, I'm alright. Just tripped on something weird. Oh no. That poor thing. It must have been one of Duke's. Oh, Jesus. It's still alive. Investigate the chicken. You move towards Stella to get a closer look at the chicken. Don't let Gretchen get too close. She'll try to take a bite out of it if you don't stop her. I would never. Something about this bird doesn't smell right. You hold Gretchen's leash close to your chest as she squirms against her harness. The growth is kind of the thing. But I don't know what they mean by examine. That's a little much. Especially when you can see this, like, alien doodad forming. Good God. At first, you thought you might have been a tumor, but this is something else. The skin is stretched out and taut, the growth pulsing beneath. You ever hear of a botfly? Looking more closely at the growth, you can see something squirming inside. Why am I alive? Its poor little chicken eyes look at you glazed over, but it's still rolling around in their sockets with unfortunate life. And the wing? This looks like what Stella slept on. The wing's barely attached, but it seems to be the least of this chicken's concerns. Having investigated to your heart's content, you turn away to give Stella room to film. Ahem. It seems we found one of Duke's chickens, folks, and she's not looking good. I'm hesitant to speculate, but she seems to have some sort of growth under her skin. Could it be a tumor, or something else? Either way, I don't think there's much can be done for her at this point. I'm gonna have to put some major content warnings up for this video. Did you hear that? There's something out there, all around us. I can smell it. There's so many of them. What in Sam Hill are you two doing out here? Didn't I tell you to? Birdie? Oh, Birdie. What's wrong, darling? Good God. Did y'all see what did this to her? No, but I'm pretty sure we can hear them. We didn't see whatever happened to your bird, but we can hear them right now. Don't tell me you're all caught up in Stella's nonsense. Duke, I'm so sorry. We were on the trail when we found her like this. Put that camera away for God's sakes, girl. I don't want to be in another one of your videos. No one needs to see me like this. No one needs to see Birdie like this. You wouldn't put her online, would you? Not when she's like this, all swollen and hurting. Duke, did you hear what Bronwyn said? I think they're coming closer. You stay away from Stella, you mongrels. Come out, you sons of bitches. Duke, don't shoot them. We have no idea what'll happen. You hear that, Stella? That ain't the sound of something peace-like. Whatever these things are, they'll pay for what they did to my girls. Come on now, you whatever. Grab that flashlight, help me line up a good shot. I can feel the white-hot rage from earlier starting to wash back over me. I'm going after him. As the creatures in the tree line grow louder and more numerous, Gretchen violently strains against her harness. Quick! They're closing in on us! Gretchen's gonna run. Fuck. This is a real decision, and we're gonna make a quick save. Okay. Alright, let's go for Gretchen. What the fuck? You dive forward and scoop Gretchen into your arms before she manages to wriggle out of her harness. Your eyes fixate on the dark tree line over Duke's shoulder. God damn it! Whoa. You hear a body hit the ground, and then quiet as the chaos fades and the sound of nature creeps back in. Gretchen? Bronwyn? Duke? Y'all right? Just a little shaken up. Same. What happened? Did I lose myself again? I apologize for being so easily shaken up. I'll do better. Gretchen, here, I'll take her. My poor little pup. Thanks for watching out for her. Duke? You okay? Nope. Oh my god, Duke, holy shit. What are we gonna do now? What the hell were we supposed to do? We have to go to the police. ACAB and all that jazz, but we don't want to be incriminated. What do you mean, what do we do? We gotta take this to police. A man's dead. What happened to Duke? Is something wrong with him? Why won't he get up? Poor little doggo. You're right. When you're right, you're right. We'll have the footage of what happened here. But it's so dark and shaky. It seems so unbelievable. We need more footage. Come on, let's go after him before we lose our chance. They just fucking killed a man. Are you nuts? A man is dead. Yeah, you're right. Let's head back and call the police. My phone should get reception once we're at the main road. Yo. Lots of them, though. As you and Stella quickly make your way back through the woods, the unearthly whispers of creatures unknown once again surround you. Keep moving. You say nothing, continuing forward with grim determination. Almost there? As you and Stella reach the main road, the whispers fade back into the sounds of nature. Oh, it sounds like they stopped following us. I certainly can't smell that stench anymore. I should get a reception now. We're back on the main road. Let me find my phone so I can call the sheriff. Feel a buzz in your pocket. 6 missed calls from Tabitha. And 13 text messages. Call her? You try and call her back, but it goes straight to voicemail. Text her that you're okay. Yikes. Tabitha's been blowing up my phone. Guess she must be worried about you. But, first things first, let's call the police. Stella pulls out her phone and dials. Hello? Earl? It's Stella Richmond. I'm up in the mountain on Asgina Trail. Duke's dead, Earl. Shotgun. Happened right in front of us. There's something in the woods. Okay, yeah. I think we're okay, but hurry, Earl. Jesus. Who's gonna tell Bo? I guess we wait. It takes a little while, but eventually a patrol car arrives at the scene. Out of it walk 2 officers, Sheriff Hugby and an older man, Deputy Franklin, a serious man wearing sunglasses despite being the middle of the night. See, right there, thing jumps out of the woods and then the shotgun goes off. What in Sam Hill? Is this some kind of Pillsbury Doughboy? Could have been a naked maniac. No, there was more than one. They chased us through the woods. Whatever they are, they aren't human. And they killed Duke. Uh-huh. Now we're gonna have to confiscate that camera, Miss Richmond. If you don't mind this evidence. Okay. Let me just turn it off to save the battery. You notice her pop out. Yep. There you go, Deputy Franklin. We appreciate your compliance with the law. We'll get a team out in the morning to retrieve the body, but for now, Sheriff Hugby and I... Call me Earl. Earl and I will escort you, and... Who were you exactly? That's Bronwyn. She came in town today for the funeral. Bronwyn is in... Yeah, Tabitha's cousin. Damn, didn't think you'd actually show. We'll escort both of you back to town. There's a naked maniac on the loose. It's best not to walk on your own. It wasn't a... Why aren't you going out there tonight? There's a dead body in the woods. Those things could attack somebody else. Well, it ain't exactly like old Duke's going anywhere at this point. He may still be out there in the morning. We only have a skeleton crew at the moment. Monday nights are Deputy Derrickson's bowling nights. We'll be on alert for any more reports of naked maniacs, but retrieving Duke will have to wait. Now, if you kindly step into the vehicle, we can return you safely to your home. Do we have to ride back with you? We can just walk. Those creatures left. We'll be fine. I'm afraid I'm gonna have to insist. For your own safety. Okay, thank you. Hey, cab, baby. You can ride up front with me, little lady. That is, if your mama permits. But what about Stella? She hates being in those wheeled contraptions. Sure, Earl. You can hold Gretchen on the way back to town. The cops usher you and Stella into the back of the squad car. You are just the cutest little thing, Miss Gretchen. Yes, you are. Sheriff Hugby pats Gretchen on the head affectionately, but she remains wholly focused on Stella, a worried look stretched across her pug face as Hugby scratches her behind the ears. Stella's quiet and stiff next to you, back rigid as she stares out the window, jaw clenched. My poor Stella. Neither one of us like much these awful metal beasts. If only I was able to comfort her. Confound this old man who reeks of coffee just for keeping us apart. Hey, Stella, you good? She doesn't respond. Place a comforting hand on her shoulder. She jumps slightly at your touch, but you can feel some of her tension ease. Hear her let out a self-soothing sigh. I don't think Stella's okay back here, fellas. I'm sure it's just a little car sickness. She'll be right as rain when we get back down the hill. She'd try best not to hurl in the meantime. We wouldn't want Franklin here to work late cleaning up the squad car. We're only a few minutes away. Y'all had better keep it together till then. Fuck you. Soon the rumble of gravel beneath the tires gives way to uneven pavement, and the car comes to a stop in front of a small cottage. You two stay out of trouble. We'll have this whole thing sorted out in the morning. Just get a good night's sleep. And you, whatever your name was. IP freely. IP freely. Sure, if you're in town for the funeral, good. Don't you go leaving before then. I imagine we'll need to ask you a few questions about everything you've seen tonight. Stella, keep an eye on it for us. Make sure she doesn't get into any more trouble. Y'all have a good night now. Bye. Bye-bye, Gretchen. And all you loving... And y'all have a lovely evening. Any bugaboos give you trouble. This is racist, I think. You know how to get in touch. And here you are, back in town, away from the woods, but no one but Stella in sight. Holy shit. Can't say I'm surprised. Classic cops taking the easy way out. Can't believe they're waiting until morning to even start looking for him. Who knows what those things are doing to his body right now? And implying that you're a suspect, even after we showed them the footage? But it's okay. I'm not gonna let anything bad happen to you. Nor will I. Though, I have a little understanding of how the police work. I was there. I filmed the whole thing. At least it'll never hold up in court. And it won't get to that point either, because we're going to do a little investigating of our own. Gotta find out more about these things. If we can get clearer footage, or better yet, trap one of them, there's no way they could blame you for what happened. The library doesn't open for a while, but I've read every book on cryptids. They have. Never came across anything like that. There is someone in town who might have some useful information, though. My friend's mom. Her place isn't far. We should head over before it gets any later. I should check in on Tabitha. My friend's place is on the way back. Stopping shouldn't take too long. Sure you don't even want to stop in first? I know I wouldn't want to head up that mountain road by myself after everything that's happened this evening. Oh, and I really should head back. I love you, but if she's not answering, it's better to... If you're sure I won't stop you, if that's what you really want. Here's my number. Call me when you get there, okay? Good luck. You and Stella exchange numbers. See you tomorrow? Yeah. We're in this together. Yeah, we are. Stay safe, buddy. Good luck, Bronwyn. You begin the long hike back up to Scarlet Estate all alone. As far as you know, those creatures from the woods have infested these trails as well. It's too late for you to turn around. You'll either make it back to the estate, or you won't. Out of the corner of your eye, you shot a shadowy figure in a miner's jacket staring from the path behind you. You didn't hear it approach. Bronwyn, welcome home. Run. Without a word, you turn and bolt from the figure, sprinting longer and farther than you thought possible. You made it! Your salvation in sight, you make a mad dash for the door. Oh, thank God you're back. The hell have you been? I called you back as soon as I had reception. I don't care, you gave me a heart attack. The miner on the road back home scared the shit out of me. You know what's going on there? It's a mining town. Of course, miners walk around the woods. I saw horrible things tonight. I went into the woods with this girl I met trying to find some cryptids, and a lot of terrible things happened. Oh, so you met Stella then. That explains everything. She's gotten you all worked up. I'm gonna go to bed. I'll see you tomorrow. Wait, don't you want to hang out? I'm still hyped from the adrenaline tonight. I'd love to hang out for a little while. Cool down a bit. No, I'm not going to hang out with you. It's late. I'm tired. Going to bed. Don't do anything stupid while I'm asleep. Go to your room. Sleep. You're alone in the estate. The sound of whistling wind through the house gives you an uneasy feeling in your gut. Probably best to turn in and leave the night behind you. As you settle into your room, you remember that Stella asked you to call her once you got back. Call her. Pull out your phone and call. Hey, how are you? She sounds a little different, like she's been crying. Did you make it back all right? I died, actually. Uh, ran into someone weird on the way back. A miner, I guess? He knew my name. The whole thing gave me the heebie-jeebies. Huh, that's weird. I've got some interesting leads, too. We can compare notes tomorrow. Till then, get some rest, alright? Glad you're safe. From the relative safety of this uncomfortable bed, the events of the past evening seem like something that happened to somebody else. Though you can still clearly picture the terror you felt in those moments. For now, you're safe and you're warm. Eventually, the sun will rise and chase away the monsters, and make them seem like nothing but bad dreams. Maybe tomorrow, if you're lucky, you'll wake up in the normal world and have a boring week in the mountains with your sour-faced cousin. It's a nice thought, but deep down, you can't help but worry that things will only get worse. Huh. So this game was built in chapters. I know that much. So, interestingly, we did not see a lot of the content warnings. I really wish this wasn't a cutscene right now. Oh, is that us? Llamas! Or alpacas. I have trouble distinguishing, but... Babies! I'm so glad I chose the things I chose. But it seems like this game has a lot of room for different perspectives and abilities doing different things. It's a hell of a lot of locks. Scarlet Hollow. Now we got our title card moment. This is the end of episode 1. Episode 2 awaits. If you'd like to continue with the world state in episode 2, please save your game now. Save my game now. Okay. Continue. Alright. So, with that, I'm going to take a quick break. Remember, if you've been